Welcome to Sammy and Marissa's husband's podcast, coming at you live from the Boston International Airport and my house.
Yeah, man. I'm in the airport, so you guys might hear some background noise. A little tunes playing. Hopefully, Zoom doesn't get us for some copyright infringement, but we'll see. Um, Probably not the longest episode today, but we'll definitely do our this day. A little weekend recap. Our athlete segment is going to be a little different. Draft recap, random questions, and then some pet peeves. So, with that, this day in history.
Today, June 30th, the last day of June. In 1934, Adolf Hitler launched his blood purge of political and military rivals in Germany in what came to be known as the Night of Long Knives. So basically what he did is he was probably paranoid and was feeling members of his own party were going to become political enemies in the future. So he killed hundreds of members of his own party on June 30th. So he went a little crazy. But I mean, that's what you get for following a guy like Hitler. Sometimes you deserve to be murdered.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if anybody deserves to be murdered, but he did. He had a way of talking, and people just followed him. That dude was nuts.
In 1905, Einstein published his theory of relativity, which greatly influenced physics and science in general.
Oh, Albert.
Oh, Al. That's what we call him, Big Al. That's what we call him in the circle.
Yeah, we call him Big Al. He could use a hairdresser.
That's a fact. In 1936, Gone with the Wind was published.
Good book. You read it?
Never read it, never seen the movie. I know it's very popular.
No, yeah, I said good book. I've never read it. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, maybe I'll check it out. We have been into this whole reading thing, so
That's
maybe
true.
maybe we need to get into it.
And lastly, I have 1953, the first Corvette rolls off the assembly line.
That's pretty cool. I'm not really a big Corvette guy. I like the old ones, the Stingrays, but the newer looking styles is just it's not for me. I don't like that new body style of the Corvette.
Yeah, I'm more into like the 90s style, like more square, just in general for sports cars.
Yeah, I agree with you right there. The old school muscle cars just look better in general. You know what I mean?
Bert is actually talking about buying between 70 and 72 Chevy. Oh fuck. We talked about it. A Chevelle.
Oh, nice. That would be cool. That'd be cool. Sam's dad has a old Corvette. I can't remember the year. I don't want to say it and mess it up, but he's got a lot of work to do to it, but he's doing it all himself, and it's probably a project that's going to take him some time. But he's got it in the garage. It's going to be pretty nice when it gets all finished.
That's all I got for this day in history.
All right, so that's this day in history, June 30th, last day of June. We're looking forward to July, best month of the year, right? So it's a fact, not up for debate.
Halfway,
We
halfway through the year.
Yeah, weekend recap. What'd you have going on?
I worked yesterday. No, I thought I was supposed to have a tennis match. No tennis match. I have started to beef up my eBay store a little bit. I added some items to it. I sent off 4 comic books to get graded. Have you ever seen that where they send it back and you get a grade 1 through 10, and if it's a 10, they're usually worth some money. So I sent that off, 4 comic books. And then I also sent off a Bo Jackson card from 1991, a Deion Sanders card, and a Mike Trout card. So we'll see. It's like $25 a card to get graded. So if they don't get at least a 9, then it's really not worth it. But they all looked pretty good. So I'll kind of see. If anything, it'll just be cool to have them in that little case.
Yeah, that's what's up. So basically, you're gonna figure out how much they could potentially be worth. All right, that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I think that'd be neat. Hopefully, you get some high numbers on them grades and make a little change, make a little coin.
A Mike Trout card, it wasn't like it was like a national, it was like released for one day and you got it with the purchase of something like at the stadium. So I mean it's not like I mean they made, thousands of them, but it's not like it wasn't mass released. So if you have a good grade of that one, I think it's like $140 for a 10. So if I can get like a 9 point something on it, probably make it'll probably pay for the rest of them.
Yeah, that's awesome. So basically, with the grades, it's grading things like rarity, quality, stuff like that. Grades all of it.
It's for that, it's if the card is rare, that doesn't go into the actual grade.
Hmm.
The grade is the quality of the card. So it's everything from, sun damage, spacing on the actual print, like stuff you can't control, the corners of the card. And if it's super rare, like if there's only 100 cards and you might have one of two cards that's a number 10 or whatever. And
Okay,
you can,
actually, yeah.
if you have like a really old card, say you have a card from the 1920s and and it's graded a 5. A 5 is still considered like excellent condition. So for something like that, super old, you're talking about thousands of dollars in a card.
I see what you're saying. Okay, that's cool. That's what's up. You
Yeah,
got
what's
you got some that are gonna get you some good money. You think?
those three were the best cards I had. I don't have a lot of baseball cards. So those are all around between like 100 and 200 if they're really good grades. And then my comic books, that was kind of just more for me. But if they get 10s, they're, $100 cards. And I got 50 comics for $50. I paid $1 for. So if I get one of those at a good grade, it'll pay for all the other comics I have.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That's cool. Neat little hobby, a little side hustle action going on.
Yeah, I mean, and the ones I sent for the comic books, I had duplicates, and those were the most valuable ones anyway. So if I get good grades on the 4, I'll sell 2 of them.
That makes sense. Makes sense. Any other significant things you had going on this weekend?
I tried a new Mexican place in Carolina Beach.
Yeah, you got a review?
I do. It was called Melecios. Don't know what it means, but it was. So do you know where the Hardee's is?
Yeah.
The Hardee's and the McDonald's. Right behind that, like on that little side street, kind of where Gulfstream is. They built a new building, and I think it was supposed to be something else originally. I think it was going to be like a club or a bar. That fell through. Mexican place opens up. We go in. The menu is it's not even laminated yet, so it's pretty new. It's just like paper, like that shot, like glossy kind of paper, stapled together. So I'm like, okay, kind of grassroots type place. The menu options left a little to be desired. There wasn't a whole lot of things to choose from, but I got ACP, and the way they do their ACP is they just call it AC Trio, where you get chicken, steak, and shrimp all in one. And I just got chicken and shrimp. And she asked me if I wanted vegetables with it, which typically I don't get with ACP. But I was like, yeah, go ahead. And it was, I don't know if you know this, but I can eat a lot of food. It was fucking massive. I could only eat half of it. And it was really good. I mean, it better
Okay,
be
all right, I like that.
for $20.
It was a $20 entree.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's pricey. But if it's my thing is like I'll pay. I have no issue paying for an entree that's kind of expensive if it's a good amount of food. I hate when I get something to eat at a restaurant and I pay for it. It's like $25 or something, and then I'm still full. The worst.
Still hungry.
No, yeah, exactly. Still hungry. Words.
Yeah. And I got an horchata.
Okay, nice. That's where the Marissa sent that picture of you,
Yeah,
and you
she
look like
told
you
she
have a
told me
glass
what
of
you said.
milk.
Yeah, she told me what you said. Can't dress up for a date. Real nice, real kind. Appreciate that. We were planning
Yeah,
on
I
going to
mean
the dive.
the dive.
We walked in and then we walked out. It was too busy.
Yeah, that is tough about the dive. Is sometimes you go there and it's just a madhouse. Maybe the manager should get on that. I mean, you're turning away paying customers.
Yeah, I don't know if the $26 we would have spent in food equals one person spending $45 in under poured drinks. Boom, roasted. She don't listen, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, true. That's what's up though. So this weekend we did our little family vacation with Sam's family. So we decided we're not going to do Christmas presents for each other this year or any more years. Instead, we're just going to do family trips, which I think is a better idea. You get more bang for your buck because you get people like a T-shirt for Christmas or something that they probably don't even wear. They don't even fit. So instead, we're just going to do family vacations. And this year, we all put like a destination in a hat. And we picked. Chandler picked. So she reached in and picked the place we're going to go, which is pretty cool. So this year we got Cape Cod, Massachusetts, which is like an hour and a half outside of Boston. So we all flew into Boston, got an Airbnb on Thursday night. And the Airbnb is sweet. It's like this huge house. All of us got our own bedroom. House was built in like 1850. So real old, eerie, like colonial style house, huge yard, bunch of cool like sitting spaces, like porches and stuff. They had a hard true tennis court on the property that was private. It was just us to use, which was a really cool aspect. We're not really like a huge tennis family, but we definitely got into some tennis. They had rackets and balls. It just so happens that I am unbeatable, just like everything else. Pretty much, I don't lose. Can't remember a time I lost.
You were not exactly, no offense to anybody that was there. You weren't exactly playing the creme de la creme of tennis competition either.
That's true, but my record is don't got a blemish on it. I'll just say that.
Oh yeah, I can't really fault you for the people you playing being bad.
Todd wasn't bad. He also like we were playing in Crocs, so it's not like we were like taking it the most serious. But he's got a pretty good serve. He just struggles getting it in. So he on his first attempt he usually misses his hard serve. But when he does get it in inbounds, it's tough to return. He hits the shit out of it. But I was kind of just like returning it and then letting him make the mistakes, which is kind of like my game plan when it comes to tennis because I'm not going to wow you with my strokes, stroke game.
Yeah, I've
Game.
actually heard somebody that they're not. I've actually heard a couple people say that they're not wowed with your stroke game.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I would bet yours is pretty underwhelming as well, my friend.
Smaller sample size. Smaller sample size.
But yeah, we did some cool stuff. Obviously, we played a lot of tennis, but that wasn't the main reason for the vacation. We ate at some really cool restaurants. I actually dumped some tea in the Boston Harbor because got to.
Hey, fuck the British.
I'm a damn patriot. But yeah, so Rachel also got engaged. So Aaron proposes to Rachel. So that was cool that we were here for that. And then we went to this cool winery after to celebrate. And winery is a fun little spot. I mean, sometimes drinking wine in the middle of the day is really hot. It's kind of a weird concept, but really good. It was chill. Very cool, very picturesque. The whole Cape Cod in itself is super picturesque. I would not want to live here in the winter, but in the summer it is just awesome. I mean, we're talking 75 degrees, sunny every day, and just everything is so pretty and beautiful, and the vegetation, like North Carolina right now, like freaking, it's so hot, all the plants just die and burn. Nothing survives, but here it's just like I don't know, it's nice.
That would be ideal. Like if I could get Wilmington winter temperature, actually even maybe even a little warmer, and then 75 in the summer. Well, I don't know if that place exists. I don't think it does, but it's so miserable here right now. It's so awful. We took the dog to the park today because we're watching Bert and Jennifer are going to Scotland, so we're watching their dog and took her to the park and it was fucking terrible. I carried her because I was like she's gonna have a fucking heart attack. Fucking 100
It's
degrees.
it's honestly unbearable. Being like legit 100 degrees, no wind, and just humid as hell. Like, man, I don't know. I do love the heat. Like, I like summer. I do like when it's hot. Um, but man, it is tough. It is tough big time. Here, like, what would be really cool? Like, I would love living here, but I couldn't do anything other than June, July, August because it's
Let's,
probably freezing up here. I didn't realize how like far north we are. Like Massachusetts is up there, big
oh yeah,
time.
it's way up there. I've never been farther north than Lake George in New York, so I've never been that far up.
Yeah, it's really up there. And I mean, like the house doesn't have AC, so like it doesn't get hot. Like at night, it's 55 degrees. We just kept the windows open. It was awesome. I see you giving me that look, and I guess you wouldn't be able to do AC. Maybe you should. Never mind. Never mind. We're not going to go there.
Yeah, keep it nice. Keep it nice.
Yeah, we're keeping it cordial. We are colleagues right now. You know.
Unified front, bro.
I'll text it to you so you know what I was going to say.
Fucking bitch.
But yeah, man. So that was really cool. A really cool little vacation. Um, but with that, we got a little athlete segment. It's still an athlete, but a little different, right?
Yeah, so I think we'll kind of treat this maybe like I'll give you a hint, you try and guess the athlete.
Okay, I like
So
that. It's cool.
we're gonna do best athletes to wear the number 33 because this is our 33rd episode.
I like it. Let's do it.
All right. Los Angeles Lakers.
Kareem.
Easy.
Yeah, I
So
figured.
and then I'll give short stats. Second all-time leading scorer in NBA history, 19-time All-Star, 6-time NBA MVP, 10-time first team, 5-time second team, 5-time defensive first team, 6-time defensive second team. Only a 2-time scoring champ, like in the season, 71, 72. So that kind of shows you just how long, pause, his career was and just maintained greatness. Now, I really wasn't even thinking of Kareem when I think of number 33. My brain doesn't immediately go to 33. So I'm assuming your brain is kind of similar, is staying with basketball, where your brain goes to a 33.
Yeah, so I don't. 33 doesn't immediately like, oh, Kareem. That's not really where I think. I think Scottie Pippen.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That's another great one. That is not where my brain went.
You're going Larry Legend.
I'm going Larry Legend for 33. That's where my brain went. But Scotty, 7-time All-Star, 3-time first team, 2-time second team, 8 all NBA defensive first team. One of the probably the greatest complimentary player ever. I mean, I don't think there's much argument to that. He he probably would have been much better if he didn't play with Jordan as far as his numbers are concerned. But my brain went Larry Bird, first player to win 3 straight MVPs, 84 to 86, 12-time All-Star, 9-time first team, 2-time All-NBA defensive second team. So people kind of sleep on his defensive ability. 3-time champion, 2-time finals MVP. One of the best nicknames of all time, the Hick from French Lick.
Through that, I mean, that's a hell of a nickname. Larry Legend's a cool nickname too.
Yeah, legend is in your nicknames. So what can you really, you can't really say anything about that. I mean, obviously he did what needed to be done.
Yeah, I don't think he was necessarily called that during his playing days.
That's true. There's another player who wore 33, but only for a very short time. Most of his career, you think of him as 32 and 34. He couldn't wear 33 because it was retired. I'm sure you know who this is too. He couldn't wear 33. He couldn't wear 33 on 2 separate teams.
Okay. So probably we're thinking LA, Chicago, or Boston. Sorry, we have any announcement. I don't know if you can hear my announcement, but whatever. If you can't, cool. There's the airport announcement going on. But Shaq.
There you go.
Okay.
He wore.
Was he 33 on? Was he 33 on? I know he was the Cavs.
Yeah, 33 with the Cavs.
Okay. And was he 33 on the Magic? No, he's 32 on the Magic.
32 on the Magic, Heat, and Suns. 34 with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
36 with Boston.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
People forget about that. It was relatively forgettable him playing in Boston.
Yeah, for sure. The big Celtic. The big Shamrock.
Yeah, the big Shamrock. There you go. Okay, this is another guy, another NBA Hall of Famer, another big man. I'll give you his stats to see if you can get it. This will be a little harder. 11-time All-Star, 86, and then 1988 through 97. 1 All-NBA first team in 1990, 6 All-NBA second teams, NBA Rookie of the Year in 1986. All of these, he played for a couple other teams at the end of his career, but all of his accolades come with one team.
Jordan drafted in 84?
Yeah, so Jordan's rookie year was 85.
Okay. I don't know. Without a team, I don't know if I'm going to get it.
You should. He played for the Knicks.
Charles Oakley was 34, right? No, Charles Oakley didn't have those stats. Oh, Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. I should have known that one. He was after Jordan. He was drafted after Jordan.
Yeah, it's surprising, right?
Interesting.
Okay. I'm gonna have to double check that. I don't know if this website is right because I always thought he was 84. No, 86.
Pretty sure Jordan. I thought Jordan was drafted in 84.
Yeah, Jordan was the 84 draft, but played in the 85 season, like 84, 85.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So Patrick Ewing was 85, 86, 1985 draft. Yeah, so a year after Jordan.
A year after, I guess that makes sense. Because I'm pretty sure Jordan's Carolina beat Ewing's Georgetown in the national championship Jordan's senior year.
Yeah, those
year. He was freshman year. Fuck, I don't know.
Georgetown in the mid 80s to the 90s had great teams.
Oh, for sure.
Good segue here into another number 33. Georgetown big, 7-time All-Star, 1 All-NBA first team, 1 All-NBA second team, 2-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year in 99 and 2000. Probably
99 and 2000.
yeah, probably most famous for his time with the Miami Heat, but he was.
Oh, when it is
Go ahead.
Lonzo Morning.
There you go.
Killing. Golden Cruiser.
Here's another one that he didn't wear 33 his whole career, but he did have a stint in 33. Actually, as a bold-faced lie, he did wear 33 every single year of his career. I'm going to give you his nicknames, but these won't help you at all. G Money and Mr. Nice. Seven-time,
That doesn't matter.
yeah, 7-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, 1994-95 Rookie of the Year. Went to Duke. That should give it away.
Went to Duke. Oh, Grant Hill.
Yep.
G Money.
Yeah, terrible nickname.
There's no way he was ever called G Money.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to switch sports though. If you want to keep going, I'll switch sports.
Oh yeah, we can do a couple more. Let's do a couple more.
All right, this one is a baseball player. Excuse me, my computer is having a little spaz attack.
Mike Piazza.
That's it. That's it, dude.
For some reason, I knew you were going Mets.
That is it. He wore 31 with the Mets though, but he wore 33 when he played with the Padres. So
he wore 31 with him. I thought he was 33 with the Mets.
Yeah. Nice. That is impressive.
Funny.
That is impressive.
That's just we're on the wavelength right here.
Yeah, 12-time All-Star, NL Rookie of the Year, 10-time Silver Slugger, probably the best power hitting catcher of all time. Fucking that was good. Okay, here's another baseball player. Played in the MLB from 99 to 2014. 7-time All-Star, 4-time Silver Slugger, stolen base leader in 2002. Probably most famous for playing with the Yankees.
Basically, this threw me off. Robinson Cano, 33?
No. Well, I don't know. I think he was I think he might have been his number was like 12 or something. Or 2.
Oh, Robinson Cano. That sounds right. No, I don't think I got this one. I'm gonna be pissed off when I hear it though. I know I am.
Well, actually, he only played 1 year, so this guy mainly wore 12 with the Yankees, but for 1 year he was 33. Alfonso Soriano.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't thinking of him as 33. I didn't even think of him. He didn't play his whole career with the Yankees, did he?
No, he
Like the
played
Mariners or something.
He played the beginning of his career with the Yankees, and then the Rangers, Nationals, Cubs.
Okay. I guess he is most famous for. Okay.
He was a good player.
Yeah, he was definitely good. Definitely good.
But you want to do one more football player?
Yeah.
All right. I will be shocked if you get this, but maybe. Played from 2003 to 2015, 38 interceptions, 8 touchdowns, 2-time Pro Bowler, 1 first-team All-Pro, Chicago Bears.
Oh. It was a DB.
Yeah.
I think I know him, but I can't think of his freaking name. I think I know what you're talking about. Peanut? What's a nickname like Peanut something? Peanut Tillman. Charles Tillman.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I think he had a nickname Peanut, I think.
Nicely done. That was impressive. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was pretty impressive.
I'm surprised I got that one, to be honest.
That was I think the only one you didn't get was Patrick Ewing, which makes no sense. But
No, I ended up getting Ewan.
That's
I
true.
didn't
Yeah.
get Soriano. I didn't get Soriano.
Soriano. Okay. Yeah. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked I got those, but it is what it is. But that was fun. That was fun. I like that for the athlete segment. Switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, that's going to be the title of the episode, probably the 33rd athlete or some bullshit, something witty. I'll try and figure out something.
Yeah, well, if you're coming up with it, it's probably not going to be witty, but
I hope.
All right,
I hope
dog.
for the.
Let's.
I hope for the. I hope for the whole episode, nobody hears anything but airport noise.
It's just going to be you having a conversation with yourself.
Yeah, that's what it. That's
Oh
what it
man,
feels like talking to you. You have the personality of a wall.
hey, whatever works. Maybe we should change the title of the podcast to Marissa's husband in the wall. But let's take a little commercial break.
All right.
All right, we'll be back.
Do you have issues with going for walks and then immediately having to shit? You should consider not drinking a coffee before you have to go for a walk. Caffeine inhibits opening of the anal regions. This ad has been brought to you by Bryce Eller's Tight Underwear Corporation.
All right, thanks to our sponsors. That was just lovely. But back to our regularly scheduled program. So the draft happened, right? That's pretty cool. I enjoyed watching the first round. I didn't watch the second round. I wasn't as interested in it, but I'd say the headline of the draft is Bronny to the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean that's huge. I mean there's a lot of haterade going around. It's being sipped, it's being drank. Um, I don't know what that's about as far as the hatred. I do think it's a cool thing. You know, he probably did not deserve to be drafted just based on his statistics, but that's really not what the NBA draft is about. A lot of times you draft on potential.
Yeah. Um, I agree big time. I think Bronny does have potential. I think the reason he went to LA is primarily because LeBron is there. I don't think necessarily that he would have went to LA if that situation was not the situation that it is. I do think it was kind of funny that Rich Paul was telling teams not to draft Bronny, that he was going to go play in Australia or something like that. Don't really understand that, but I think it's kind of cool. I think he's there at LA. I don't think he's going to make a significant impact his rookie year, but I think it's a good pickup and I think it's a good fit. He'll definitely get run, some opportunities, which a lot of people really need. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch that.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be cool to watch more than anything. You know, I don't think they got significant. I mean, he's the type of guy you want to play with LeBron, though, just specifically from a prospect standpoint. He's a 3-and-D guy. That's the type of guys you surround LeBron with and you win. And a lot of people, if it was anybody other than him, it would be like such a feel-good story coming off of a heart attack, missing the whole off-season program. But everybody's a fucking hater because they hate LeBron so much. And second round picks rarely work out anyway. So taking a flyer on a guy who's got elite athleticism and either the first or second best basketball player of all time as your father that you can lean on. I don't think I don't think there's any way they can lose with that pick.
No, I mean, if anything, it's a selling thing. If anything, it's a marketability type deal. Not that they need more of that, but when LeBron ultimately does his farewell tour, it's just going to sell even more now because of that story and then getting to play together, all the merchandise that they're going to be able to sell. If anything, it's for that.
And especially if he turns into a solid player.
Yeah, right. I mean, he does have potential. He's really athletic. Didn't have the greatest season in college, but I mean, people say it all the time. He's really not suited for the college game.
Yeah, I mean he's a McDonald's All-American. It's not like he's not good at basketball.
Right. No, I think he will ultimately turn into a decent NBA player. He's not going to be LeBron because no one is. But there were um, some other cool stories and picks. I'll talk a little bit about my favorite grabs of the first round. I really liked Reed Shepard to the Rockets at 3. I think the Rockets are a great young team. They have a lot of scoring talent on offense. Reed Shepard's going to bring a little bit of versatility, a lot of shooting, floor general. I think he's going to be a good pick for that Rockets team for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think he really just improved his draft stock tremendously at the combine, like showing how athletic he is. I don't think a lot of people realize how athletic that guy was, including me.
I didn't know. I didn't know that at all. And then on his draft tape, you did see a lot of like fast break dunks, and I was like, oh shit, he is athletic.
Just one thing that stands out to me. I don't know if it means anything, or I guess it does mean something as far as the state of basketball in France. You have 3 French players taken in the top 6, which is
Well,
huge. I mean,
yeah, I think
especially
it is a little bit. I think it's a little bit like what you were talking about, though. They're trying to get the next Wemby, and they see Wemby comes from France. Now they think all French prospects are going to be him. So I do think it's
yeah,
not necessarily like they're the best 3 players in the draft. They just it's trendy right now to take a big long French dude. Paul.
boss.
Okay, Rizzo.
Yeah, and guys that I was surprised Zach Edey went that high. Um, but I also heard, and we talked about this too, 20 years ago, he's a number 1 pick overall easily. And Memphis is probably the best situation for him. Rob
I,
Dillingham, I solid. I've heard a lot of good things about him.
he's with the Timberwolves, correct?
Yes, he was drafted by the Spurs and then traded to the Timberwolves.
Right, right, yeah. So I think that's going to be a good fit because really what the Timberwolves needed is somebody that could put the ball in the basket off their bench, and they didn't have that at all. So I think him, I don't know about maybe the first year, he's not going to be like a crazy impact player, but definitely can come off the bench, get you some good minutes, some points. I could really see him being like a some Jamal Crawford type player. Just can really shoot it and score it at any point in time.
Yeah, and you get to learn from a guy like Nate Conley. I heard your airport announcement. I was giving that. I didn't want to interrupt that guy. I was giving him time to say what he needed to say.
Well, he's not a real person. Um,
Yeah.
and it's just like a thing over the airport, and it's pretty annoying because I can hear it. But um, is what it is. I really like the Spurs drafting Stephon Castle at 4 from UConn. I think he's going to be elite defensively and really fit into the Spurs system. I think he can really improve on offense. Very much has the opportunity to be like a Kawhi Leonard style in San Antonio.
Just a couple other things I saw um, that I liked. I People might not know this, but I am a Bulls fan. I pretty much exclusively talk about LeBron, but I am a Bulls fan. Drafting Matas from the G League Ignite, I think that's a great pickup. I Everything I've seen from that kid, I love. Just a talking crazy shit already. I love it. Talking shit about the number 1 overall pick, saying he can see me whenever. Love that. That's the type of shit you want out of a rookie.
Yeah, I agree, and I think he's going to be a good NBA player. He seems like hungry. You know what I'm saying? He really
Yeah.
seems like he wants to go out there and like show people that he's legit, and I think he is. He's gonna be a solid player, fun to watch too. I liked obviously Don Connect to the Lakers at 17. I think he's gonna be decent. He's a little older. He's like one of those guys that spent his whole time in college, but he can score it and he's pretty versatile. Connect 4 is a good nickname.
That's a great nickname.
Yeah, he's wearing number 4. Connect 4 is gonna be good stuff. I'm interested to see that. I think he's gonna fit in. I think he'll make a pretty quick impact.
I think so too. I mean, he's NBA ready. I heard a lot of people talking about like he's probably reached his ceiling as a player. Even if that's true, he can put the ball in the basket. I mean, that's really all you need.
Yeah, and
He's been
he's one of those scorers and shooters that really, like, you know how some people shoot, they don't jump, they can't make those like moving threes when they actually really jump. Well, he's one of those guys that when he doesn't pull a jumper, he's very vertical and in the air, and he can shoot at the highest point. I do think that translates to the NBA well, versus somebody who like LeBron, who struggles with his mid range shots because he doesn't jump. Um, so I think him being able to run off screens, especially in JJ Redick's offense, I think he's going to be a solid player for the Lakers.
Yeah, and I'll just touch on a couple of guys that I like seeing get drafted in the second round. Um, Andre Ingram, Harrison Ingram. Who the fuck is Andre Ingram? Andre Ingram played for the Lakers. He was that dude who was like the school teacher, and then he played in the G League forever. Harrison Ingram getting drafted by the Spurs, which we've been talking about him possibly being an NBA prospect all year. So
Yeah, I
solid.
love Harrison Ingram. He's gonna have to really get his 3 point range dialed in, because if he doesn't stretch to the line, like to the 3 point line, he's gonna have a tough time finding a home in the NBA. He can play great defense. He's very versatile. Pass the ball, bring the ball to court, but you can't make a three in the NBA, you're gonna struggle.
A couple other guys from UConn, Tristan Newton, Cam Spencer. Newton went to the Pacers. Cam Spencer was drafted by the Pistons from New York. Traded from New York. Okay.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize that Newton went to the draft. I thought he returned to school for one more year.
Yeah. He drafted at 49th overall, 19 in second round.
Interesting. I like that. I think he's a good player. He's another one of those guys that he's very good, but he's older, so he's going to fall in the draft because, like you said, they don't necessarily draft off statistics; they draft off potential. And for some reason, if you're not 19 years old, then refuse to pick you in the top 10.
There's another guy, Tyler Kolek, the guard from Marquette, white guy. Um, a lot of stuff I saw, he fell to the second round because he can't read.
Yeah, I saw that as well. What
I don't
are we putting validity to that? Do you think he can't read?
I find that very hard to believe that as a point guard, your point guard is typically you have to be the smartest guy on the court. I would find that very hard to believe that he couldn't read. I think that's probably just clickbait.
There's no way he can't read. Like,
I,
it's
I
2024, dude.
I would say that all 60 of the guys taken or 58, whatever. I'm gonna say all of them can read.
He might not read well.
I mean, some of these guys from other countries might not be able to read in English, but I'm sure they can read in their native language.
Good God.
And,
Oh,
and
that's funny, man.
another guy taken that I was surprised he fell this far, but another like drama thing. I don't know if you've seen too much about this, Kyle Filipowski.
So I saw that he fell. I don't know what the drama was.
So they do all this background research on you when you're getting drafted. Obviously, they interview you, all this other bullshit. Apparently, when he was in high school, he was dating a girl who was 25. So he was groomed, is what happened. And when he got to college 2 years ago, allegedly, this is from his brother and his mom. Allegedly, the girl made him write a letter and cut ties with his family, and they haven't spoken to him in 2 years. And obviously, a lot of teams don't want to associate them with that themselves with that. And I'm not going to speak ill of any religion, but the girl is Mormon, and he was taken by the Utah Jazz, which there's a very large Mormon community in Utah.
What?
You know,
Crazy.
I was shocked to hear all that. I mean, Filipowski's a solid player. He's a big guy, can handle the ball well for a dude that size. He's gonna have he's going to have problems guarding bigger, stronger guys, but there's not too many people taller than him. But I mean, imagine he gets up with Giannis or somebody, he's not going to be able to.
No, that's crazy. I mean, if that was gonna happen to anybody, I would expect it from a Dookie. Um, but that's a crazy story. I didn't realize any of that. I'm gonna have to. I haven't even really been on my phone this weekend. It's just been busy, so I'm gonna have to check that out.
Me and Drew were talking about it. It's absolutely insane. He was definitely groomed, and then it's like a double standard because we're all thinking about us when we were in high school. If a 25-year-old girl wanted to have sex with us, we'd be like, "Oh, I wouldn't have been groomed." But obviously, it's still gross for
Yeah,
some
no,
people.
it's gross. It's very gross. But that's besides the point. But I think move on from the draft. Throw out some random questions. You got any?
I have as many as you need.
All right now. Um, okay, random question one. Do you have a bucket list vacation destination?
Um, I haven't honestly put too much thought into that. Every time I think about where I would like to go, I would love to go back to British Columbia in Canada. It was amazing when I went. So as far as somewhere I'd want to go, I definitely want to see that. I think I'd like to go to Mexico, and I would like to go to Italy.
Okay,
Probably
that's
no,
cool.
probably northern Italy. I mean, I think southern Italy and is the more desirable as far as vacation destinations, but my family, my heritage, they're northern Italians, so I would like to see that part of the world, where you come from.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All those places would be awesome to go to. I think me and Sam have always talked about going to Greece in some aspects. So similar to the southern Italy, that Mediterranean type area. Um, but something like that, I think would be really cool to check off the bucket list. And there's like when you think of like Greece, to me, I think of those like white like villas on the side of a mountain, like overlooking the Mediterranean. That's I think would be bucket list. Anything like to me when I think of vacations, I think of tropical, not say tropical, but warm. Uh, Something I can just wear flip flops and a bathing suit around all the time. So I think like Spain. Spain would be cool. Portugal. I know Sam really wants to go to Portugal, so I think that style um, place is really my bucket list vacation spots.
Spain would be cool too. Really anywhere I think that speaks like the Romance languages because you can kind of get by on, we have general Spanish knowledge, nothing crazy, but I feel like we could figure it out. Portuguese and Italian are pretty close to that. So,
Yeah, I think we could at least get by for sure.
and you can get by pretty far on just facial expressions. Yeah,
Yeah, no doubt.
I go to like a place, I'm holding up two beers and I raise my eyebrows at him. He's gonna know I want to buy him.
Yeah, no, I think we can get by. And honestly, like a lot of people do speak English. Other countries speak multiple languages. I don't know why the United States we don't like in school. When someone in Europe goes to school, they have to learn English. Like we don't do that. Like sure, we'll take a little Spanish class, but nobody's fluent from their fourth grade Spanish class.
Yeah, because as much as the world hates America, everybody still wants to come here and we still, we're still a major world power. Why the fuck would we learn other languages?
Yeah, it's gonna bite us in the ass one day.
It's coming close. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Um,
Um.
want me to,
Okay, that's my
want me
random
to-
question. Wait, say
it's
that again.
this is just it's gonna be open ended. And I was thinking about this the other day, and I think my opinion on this is pretty nuanced. I don't know. What are your thoughts on sweet tea as a
Okay.
southern gentleman?
So I don't hate tea. Um, It's not usually my preferred drink. I just don't love it. I will drink it. It definitely needs to be sweet. This is America, right? Tea is sweet. All right. I don't care what those northerners say. Uh, tea needs sweet, and I don't want to pack the Splenda. Okay, I want my tea to come sweet. But also another story on that. We obviously flew into Boston. We went to this restaurant when we first got here. I wanted to dump some tea in the harbor because this is America, right? Um, so I asked for a cup of tea, and she brings me a little teacup of hot water in a tea bag. So I had to make my tea, and with the tea bag, I'm dipping this tea bag in the water, and then I just get up and take a little sip and dump my tea in the harbor. It was pretty funny. But yeah, so that was weird. Wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah, sweet tea is not a thing in northern states.
No, not at all. Not even iced tea comes hot.
Yeah, like when we went to Canada, we went to British Columbia, and Jennifer wanted sweet tea, and she asked about sweet tea, and they brought her like Lipton tea as like a
Oh
bag.
yeah. That's funny.
Like
But yeah, I do wonder how sweet, like iced tea and sweet tea, did come to be a thing because over in England and probably when people came over to America, they brought it with them. The tea was hot water or tea bag. You make your tea, drink it hot. When like who was like, oh, it's too hot. I need to put some ice cubes in it. And while you're at it, throw some sugar in that bad boy.
Yeah, go ahead, put a bag of sugar in that motherfucker.
Yeah, so I do
Um,
wonder when that
yeah,
happened.
it's definitely like a profoundly southern thing. On that note, I'll give you my opinion on it. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I think sweet tea is foul. Foul. It tastes like fucking sweat water. Um, but you mix that bitch with lemonade and little Arnold Palmer, it's amazing.
A little Arnie Palm. Little Arnie Palm is good. Okay, so I need to know. It's a hot topic. Who has the best donuts, Krispy Kreme or Dunkin'?
Oof. Just a plain donut, hot, Krispy Kreme. But we're talking variety, and a jelly powdered sugar donut, 100% Dunkin' Donuts. So that's
I'm I'm with you exactly. Glazed, just a regular glazed donut. I don't want that shit from Dunkin'. I want that from Krispy Kreme. I want it to come off a little rotating line. I want to watch it happen and fall into the little bag. Um, but Dunkin', like the chocolate, chocolate with sprinkles, bro.
and munchkins, like when I was a kid, like chocolate glazed munchkin or a jelly munchkin, fuck me up. That shit was
Yeah,
awesome.
no, I love munching. But I'm pretty sure um, Duncan was founded here in like the greater Massachusetts area. And Krispy Kreme, I believe, was founded in North Carolina.
Uh,
So
North Carolina is the greatest state in the world, so that wouldn't surprise me. Um, but that doesn't surprise me about Duncan either because there's always those commercials with Ben Affleck, and he's a Massachusetts guy, so that wouldn't surprise me. I do, while we're talking about Duncan, hate that they changed their name from Dunkin' Donuts to Dunkin'.
yeah, very weird. I guess because they want to. People think they want people to think that they're more than just donuts.
Yeah, but you're not more than just donuts. Your bagels suck.
Yep.
Coffee's okay.
I got a coffee from Dunkin' this morning on the way to the airport. Horrible. I asked for one cream, one sugar. It was almost like I was drinking a thing of creamer. It was gross. I took like 3 sips of it and like just it sat in the car. It was disgusting.
That is foul. I also they always I can't speak for everyone, but the one on Carolina Beach Road in Wilmington, North Carolina, always gets your fucking order.
Yeah, they're not. I don't know. They're just
I
Dunkin'.
go in
I
there,
don't. I
I'm
don't
like,
vibe with Dunkin'.
everything bagel, toasted veggie cream cheese. I get a hot croissant with butter. So I don't fuck that place actually. Their donuts are good.
That's what's up. Yeah, they do have good donuts. All right. Well, that's my question. You got another one for me?
I swear to God, I had a great question. I should have went first because I forgot it.
Going first. Yeah. Damn it.
So, oh, here we go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you think this vacation will actually happen?
I'll book it today. Me and Sam are going to the mountains. I would love to have you guys with us. There are select people that are included, two specifically, that say they're going to come, that I know won't come.
I know who you're
And I
talking.
don't, yeah. And that's okay. Like if you have stuff going on, that's fine. I just don't want us to get a bigger, more expensive place and then it not happen and then us be putting the bill for a extra thing that we didn't need. You know what I'm saying?
And it would honestly probably be me and you footing the bill
Yeah.
because the leaders of the group, the most financially secure, the most well endowed. I mean,
We need
if
to
honest,
we need to maybe not necessarily put him in the group chat because I don't know if he wants to be in the group chat, but at least hit old Mikey Two Sticks up and see if he's interested. I know it's far for him, and I don't know where we're going necessarily has great airport options, but just at least see if he's down or interested at all.
yeah, he should be invited. I mean, he's got I think his work has come down on him taking I know he used to be able to take a lot of time. I think his uh bosses are kind of cunty. I don't know what that situation is. It's probably because he's an AW.
I don't know what AW means. That's why.
Nice. He'll know what AW means, and at the risk of alienating.
Oh, I got AW. Okay.
Yeah, at the
All
risk
right.
of alienating some people who listen, I'm not going to say it. If he wants to leave what AW means in the comments, I'll be happy to publish it to the page. But I mean that it's tough for a person of that proclivity in today's society to succeed.
Yeah. Okay. I'm picking up. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Everything is stacked against him.
Yeah. The odds are not in your favor.
The funny thing is, he 100% believes that.
Oh God. Oh God. But yeah, I think the vacation will happen. I do. I think we're gonna have a good time. Honestly, we don't even have to go anywhere. Like it doesn't have to be near a major city. I think it would be fun to do like just a big house, a lot of room in a place like where we don't have to leave. We just get there, we stay, we cook dinner, cook breakfast every night. And we just spend time with each other. So I think that would be the most fun.
The place Marissa sent, I liked a lot, and the place Jalen sent, I thought was good.
Yeah, I haven't been able to look through all the stuff. So I'm gonna go through the chat when I have some time at the airport today, and really get into the Airbnbs and look at the ones we sent. I think honestly, anywhere's fine as long as there's enough space. Um, we'll make whatever work. I think just the more space, everybody having their own bedroom is big. Bathrooms, like we can figure that stuff out. We can draw straws for that. It's just gonna be hard because like how do we justify like we're all paying the same amount as a couple? How do we justify that I'm sleeping on the pull-out couch versus you sleeping in the master bedroom with the king. You know what I mean? Like, so we just need to make it fair if we can.
I think the best way to do it is we just get a place that has all beds
100%.
because I know I wouldn't want to do the pull out situation. Not that there's anything wrong with sleeping on the couch itself, but just
Yeah,
that
brother, I'm not pulling out of a driveway.
anyway. Um, it's just if you want to wind down and it's in a common area, it's just not possible.
No, and that's just not fair. So
I think the best way to do it is to put all of our names in like a random Google thing where it spins and then it will eliminate it once it selects it. So like,
yeah, that's a great idea.
and then like, so like, and it doesn't even have to be specific room. It'd be like first pick of the room.
Yeah.
Second pick,
Sure.
all the way to 6. That way everybody, like if you get first, you get to pick whatever one you want. If someone feels generous, they don't have to take the biggest room. That being said, if I'm first, I will take the best room naturally.
100% master bedroom is coming to me if I'm the first pick in this draft. We
Yeah,
could do a combine, 40-yard dash, bench press. I think that's a great idea. I think we should implement that.
we could just fist fight.
We could. I'll just dodge you for 30 seconds, and then you're gonna actually have a fucking heart attack, and I'll win anyway. So
We have to fight in a phone booth.
all right, sounds good.
Would be funny when I lose anyway, and I still don't get to pick.
Man, it will make it happen. We'll make it happen. I'll book it. I don't mind booking it, and then people can pay me whenever they want. So
The thing about that, especially when there's people who they say they're good, but they're questionable as far as we're concerned. They have to pay, even if if they say they're going to come, they would have to pay. Maybe not as soon as that money is due. I know you don't have to put everything up front sometimes. So as soon as that would be due, they would have to pay. I think.
yeah, I mean, like to me, I think that's. I don't want to say that necessarily because things do happen.
Well,
for instance,
if this comes to worse, we can give them their money back, and then we can figure it out.
yeah. But right. I mean, I don't want that. I just want people that say they're going to do this to really try and make it a priority. If you say you're going to do it, cool. If you don't think you can, like Drew Casey said, like, hey, probably not realistic for us. Like, it's just not. Like, don't include us. We'll come next time, type thing. And that's instead of being like, oh yeah, sure, like we'll do it, and then knowing damn well they're not going to actually do it, and then have to bail last minute. And we just got a house that's 8 bedrooms instead of 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. I think that's good. You got a peeve?
I do have a peeve. And my pet peeve is when you're in the airport and you're about to fly and you're about to board your plane. They call group 1 or whatever it may be, and then everybody stands up when they're like in group 7 and group 8, and they just get in the way. I hate that. Like, just sit down. Group 7's boarding in 20 minutes. Just take a chill pill and sit down and just get out of the way.
I think that's fair. That's fair.
It is fair. It is fair. Have some situational awareness, you know?
That is not a thing in large supply these days.
Wait, say that again?
I said that's not a thing in large supply these days.
True that. You got any pet peeves?
My one is when you have a friend who makes note of someone we went to high school with having a podcast and then says, oh, theirs actually seems legit. Kind of taking a shot at us and then also saying, oh, when they introduced a guest, they actually seemed to do some research and show some clips of them. That's my pet.
No. Yeah, I could see how that'd be a pet peeve. Interesting.
You know who said that?
No.
That fat motherfucker.
That fat motherfucker.
That fat motherfucker act like, oh, we don't take this shit. Shit ain't legit. I'll tell you what, you fat son of a bitch. You keep up that kind of talk, you ain't gonna be the fast food analyst no more. We're gonna have your ass on the street begging for shit. That's matter of fact, that's probably what you'll need with your fat ass. You don't need shit handed to you. You need to work for it.
All right. I got something for that. Got something for that. All right, dog. But I will leave you to it, and we'll be back. We'll try and hit a midweeker.
All right. Have a safe flight.
All right. See ya.